Is Nibbāna Nothingness. To say that Nibbāna is nothingness simply because one cannot perceive it with the five senses is as illogical as to conclude that light does not exist simply because the blind do not see it. In a well-known fable, the fish, who was acquainted only with water, arguing with the turtle, triumphantly concluded that there existed no land because he received no to all his queries. Once upon a time there was a fish, and just because it was a fish, it had lived all its life in the water and knew nothing whatever about anything else but water. And one day, as it swam about in the pond where all its days had been spent, it happened to meet a turtle of its acquaintances, and who had just come back from a little excursion on the land. "Good day, Mr. Turtle," said the fish. "I have not seen you for a long time. Where have you been?" "Oh," said the turtle, I have just been for a trip on dry land." "On dry land?" exclaimed the fish. "What do you mean by on dry land? There is no dry land." "I had never seen such a thing. Dry land is nothing." "Well," said the turtle good-naturedly, "if you want to think so, of course you may. There is no one who can hinder you, but that's where I have been all the same." "Oh, come," said the fish, "try to talk sense. Just tell me now, what is this land of yours like? Is it all wet?" "No, it's not wet," said the turtle. "Is it nice and fresh and cool?" asked the fish. "No, it is not nice and fresh and cool," the turtle replied. "Is it clear so that light can come through it?" "No, it is not clear. Light cannot come through it." "Is it soft and yielding so that I could move my fins about in it and push my nose through it?" "No, it is not soft and yielding. You could not swim in it." "Does it move or flow in streams?" "No, it neither moves nor flows in a stream." "Does it ever rise up into waves then, with white foams in them?" asked the fish, impatient at this string of no's. "No," replied the turtle truthfully, "it never rises up into waves that I have seen." "There now," exclaimed the fish triumphantly. "Didn't I tell you that this land of yours was just nothing? I have just asked, and you have answered me that it is neither wet nor cool nor clean nor soft, and that it does not flow in a stream nor rise up into waves. And if it isn't a single one of these things, what else is it but nothing? Don't tell me." Well, said the turtle, "if you are determined to think that dry land is nothing, I suppose you must just go on thinking so. But anyone who knows what is water and what is land would say you were just a silly fish, for you think that anything you have never known is nothing just because you have never known it." And with that the turtle turned away, and leaving the fish behind in a little pond of water, set out on another excursion over the dry land that was nothing. It is evident from this significant story that neither can the turtle, who is acquainted with both land and sea, explain to the fish the real nature of land, nor can the fish grasp what is land, since it is acquainted only with water. In the same way, arhants, who are acquainted with both the mundane and the supermundane, cannot explain to a worldling what exactly the supermundane is in mundane terms, nor can a worldling understand the supermundane merely by mundane knowledge. If Nibbāna is nothingness, then it necessarily must coincide with space, Akash, but both space and Nibbāna are eternal and unchanging. The former is eternal because it is nothing in itself. The latter is spaceless and timeless. With regard to the difference between space and Nibbāna, it may briefly be said that space is not, but Nibbāna is. The Buddha, speaking of the different planes of existence, makes a special reference to a realm of nothingness. The fact that Nibbāna is realized as one of the mental objects decidedly proves that it is not a state of nothingness. If it were so, the Buddha would not have described its state in such terms as infinite, non-unconditioned, incomparable, supreme, highest, beyond, highest refuge, safety, security, happiness, unique, abodless, imperishable, absolute purity, supermundane, immortality, emancipation, peace, etc. In the Udana and Itivuttaka, the Buddha refers to Nibbāna as follows. There is, O bhikshus, an unborn, unoriginated, unmade, and non-conditioned state. If, O bhikshus, there were not this unborn, unoriginated, unmade, and non-conditioned, and escape for the born, originated, made, and conditioned would not be possible here, as there is an unborn, unoriginated, unmade, and non-conditioned state, and escape for the born, originated, made, conditioned is possible. The Itivuttaka states the born becomes produced, compounded, made, and thus not lasting, but of birth and death, an aggregate, a nest of sickness, brittle, a thing by food supported come to be. It were no fit there to take delight in such, the escape their form, the real beyond the sphere of reason, lasting, unborn, unproduced, the sorrowless, the stainless path that ends, the things of woes, the peace from worries, bliss. The Nibbāna of Buddhist is therefore neither a state of nothingness nor a mere cessation. What it is not, one can definitely say, but precisely it is one cannot adequately express in conventional terms as it is unique. It is for self-realization.